Hey everybody, I'm Rabbi Moshe Hein from the Coastside Jewish Community. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the festival of Hanukkah. It's 8 days that we celebrate in December, usually around Christmas sometime. It's not really a Jewish equivalent to Christmas. It's a separate holiday unto itself. It recalls a time in history about 2,000 years ago when the Jewish people lived in the land of Israel, but they had been overtaken by another civilization, the Syrians. They had a very powerful army, and they desecrated the temple in which they worshipped, and they were trying to wipe out the Jewish religion. But there was a small group of faithful Jewish fighters who fought against that army, against all odds. They won possession of the temple again, they cleansed it, and they were about to sanctify it for their own religious ceremonies once again. And they had a menorah in their temple that was to stay lit, and it stayed lit using not candles but oil, olive oil, that had to be specially prepared. But it took 8 days to prepare the oil, and they only had enough one small vial to last 1 day. But they lit it anyway as they were preparing the oil that they would then use to keep the menorah lit. But the menorah that had just enough oil for 1 day, it miraculously lasted for 8 days. And so that's why we celebrate Hanukkah for 8 days. At least that's how the story goes. But it really is a story about fighting for one's freedom to observe their religion and to honor and live according to their culture and their beliefs freely, as long as they don't interfere with other people. And so we celebrate religious freedom and pluralism here in America, and Hanukkah is a good symbol to remind us of how important that is. Thank you. Well, here we have a beautiful and very old menorah. I think there's a long history to this one. It has a place for a candle for each of the 8 nights of Hanukkah, plus an extra candle for the shamus. That's the helper candle. So we typically light that one first, and then we use that one to light all the others. And we light them one by one. On the first night of Hanukkah, we'll light just 1 candle. And then on the second night, we'll light 2, and so on for all 8 nights of Hanukkah.